Whoa, okay. Um, yeah, I was gonna make this video talking about my Thanksgiving. Ugh, I just ate corn on the cob. I hate it getting stuck in my teeth. But anyhow, yeah, my Thanksgiving sucked. This is what happened. Um, Abe and I went to my cousin Kelly's grandfather's house, and I've done that a good couple times. I didn't last year because I didn't wake up, but yeah, I've gone to Thanksgiving over there a few years, and I've gone to Christmas over there, a lot of times, and yeah, so anyways, I asked if Abe could come, and Kelly asked her grandfather, and he was like, yeah, that's cool. Now, a couple of years ago, let me try to get rid of these hiccups, hold on. Sorry, you're that lapping, that's Charlie. He's like eating my leftover mashed potatoes. Okay, yeah, anyway. A couple of years ago, her grandfather got remarried. He was a widower. His wife passed away, and he got remarried to a woman who we all thought was just the sweetest woman. She just seemed very, very sweet. And it's funny because when my mom first met this woman, my mom said, I don't understand how anyone can be that nice. It seems put on. Everyone has to have, negative emotion. Like, everyone has to get angry, and or else it'll come out at an inappropriate time. So anyhow, yeah. So we went to Thanksgiving, and Abe, I mean everything. Like Abe met everyone, and now keep in mind, I'm not related to Kelly's grandfather. I'm only related to Kelly. Her grandfather was her mother's father, and so that's my aunt's father. And the way that I'm related to Kelly is Kelly's father is my mom's brother. My uncle, is my mom's blood brother. So I'm not directly related to any of these guys. Only Kelly and her brother Eric. So anyhow, we ate dinner. Everything was really cool. Everything was nice, and Abe, we all went out to the den, and Abe sat down in a lazy boy chair, and he was like, do you think I could take like a 10-minute nap? And I didn't think anything was wrong with it, so I was like, yeah, sure. And Kelly saw, and she didn't think anything was wrong with it. I mean, her grandpa came down there, he didn't say anything to him, and I mean, he just ate a huge meal. But not only that, and this is what I think this is where the irony begins. The night before, Abe had been awake until 6 o'clock in the morning trying to finish a paper that he had to write critiquing a painting. And he finally came to the conclusion of what painting, or no, he had narrowed it down to two, the Ascension by Salvador Dali and something by Jason Kirka, I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, he was up all night working on an essay for school. So, of course, he was very tired, and he just ate a big meal, so he, kind of laid down. He wasn't being rude, and of course he felt like he was in a familiar place because I had been, I'd been in that home tons of times. It was the home Kelly grew up in. He didn't feel out of place, so I walked in. Abe was like taking a little nap, and Kelly and I walked up into the kitchen, and Kelly's step-grandmother, Laverne, who everybody thought was this sweet, sweet old woman, asked me, what's wrong with him? Talking about Abe, and I was like, oh, he's just sleeping. And I almost said he was up late. I was trying to say he was up late working on an essay for his English class, but I didn't get to that point because she was like, well, what is he on? What kind of dope is he on? And I was like, wait, what? Excuse me? And she was like, well, I just wanted to let you know, this is not a hangout place. If he wants to sleep, he can go somewhere else. Does he, no, 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 does he need to go somewhere and, like, sleep it off? And I just kept saying, excuse me? Like, it blew my mind because this is Abraham that we're talking about. Like, yeah, Abe does drugs here and there, but he doesn't do any more than Kelly does. Or Sean. He certainly does way less than... Oh my god, he would never go over... Oh my god, he would never go over to somebody's house. Okay, so, and it pissed me off because I don't know if she realized who she was talking to. I didn't know if she realized that the person she was talking to was a recovering heroin addict. Someone who 4 months ago lost a man that she spent 4 years of her life with because of that fucking substance. So, yeah, and she was just like, this is not a place for drug addicts to come hang out. And I was just like, what the fuck? So I went out and woke Abe up, and I was like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And he was confused. He was just like, wait, what? What's going on? I was like, we just gotta get the fuck out of here. So I just walked out, and I could tell Kelly was upset, and I sat in the car for a second, and I sat there, and I just kept getting more and more angry, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going back inside. I'm going back up there. I've got to say something to this woman. I was extremely emotional, not in a logical state of mind, and those who know me know that, number one, I can be very rational and very logical and very intelligent in an argument if I'm not emotional. But if I'm emotional and my feelings are hurt, I'm a psycho bitch. So, yeah. I went up, I knocked on the door, her grandpa answered it. I said, can you tell Kelly to come outside, please? So, her grandpa came outside and Kelly came outside, and I was like screaming, what the fuck? She owes me an apology. I've spent the last year and a half of my life busting my ass to stay clean. I lost my ex-boyfriend because of this. I would never house up with another man who puts needles in his arm and does nothing but do dope. He's a full-time fucking student. I was like, my heart is broken. She owes me an apology. And her grandfather was like, I know, I'm sorry, this will never happen again. And by that time, Abe walked up there because Abe heard me screaming. And her grandfather apologized to Abe, and anyways, here comes Laverne walking out of the house. And I'm thinking, okay, she's coming out here to apologize. No. She did not come out there to apologize. She came out there to be more disrespectful and more rude. She continued to say, well, you're being hysterical. You need to take a pill. She told me I needed to take a pill. And so obviously this is or I'll get to that later. So anyway, told me I need to take a pill. And I was just like, do you understand what I've gone through? Do you understand what I've gone through? And, and to make accusations and like to judge someone? Are you fucking crazy? And she was like, don't use that language with me. And I was like, I'll use whatever fucking language I want to use. You talk to me the way you wanted to. I will talk to you the way you wanted to. The way I want to. And, so she started talking about how he wore his hat at dinner. It wasn't a ball cap. It was like, like an old grandpa hat. Like a golf hat. Like a golf hat that went with this outfit. I'm at 9 minutes and 30 seconds. I better make a part 2. So I'm going to make a part 2.